Hey guys, it's Triple L, and today I'm gonna bring you a little bit of a different video. This time we're doing it in the, I don't know, draw it out with a hand style of video. I still want to get comfortable with this program, so I figured if I'm gonna tell a story, I might as well use this type of software. Anyway, well, you can see the name and the topic right there. I'm just gonna be telling you why I personally enjoy watching weekly anime reviewers, or at least why I did personally enjoy watching weekly anime reviewers. So, watching anime, reading manga, it's pretty much my pastime, it's my hobby. It got really bad back when I was in high school, so maybe around the second year of high school. And so my daily ritual, or not daily, back then, I think we got our chapters released on Fridays or Thursdays, maybe Fridays at that time. The goodness of Wednesday releases didn't start, I think, until a few years after that. But yeah, back on Fridays, my weekly ritual would be pretty much just I wake up in the morning, wake up around 6, I go online, I find the chapters are there, I read as many of the chapters as I can before I go to school, and then I go to school, do that whole thing, and then I come back home. And usually I would come back home to be pretty excited to see what people were thinking. And then, I just sit down and I would watch the various anime YouTubers and just, see what they were thinking about the chapters. For me, the reason that I was doing that, it was just a combination of not having anything else to do. I mean, you would just get home and just kind of sat in your room for a little bit. It was a small town, technically. So yeah, so there was the boredom, and then I was curious about what other people thought about the chapters. So I would just sit down and watch the various review videos that came up. It was simply because I just wanted to hear someone else's opinion. It was just a nice little thing to stave off the boredom, and I got to also satisfy the urge of wanting to know what someone else thought about the chapter. There's always the value, you could go and read some comments, but at least with the anime review videos, a lot of them were around 8 to 10 minutes, maybe sometimes 15 minutes. So it was you had a nice chunk of your time taken up by that, and it was a nice pastime. Back in those days, I remember, I think I initially started off with For Neverworld when Naruto was really hitting its highs, and so I started off with him, and then I kind of branched off from there to King of Lightning and Sawyer 7 Mage. So those were my first three reviewers that I really like following, and I really enjoyed their opinions. Back in those days, I do believe that there was a bit more of a rift between King of Lightning and For Neverworld, and there was those two in particular had different styles as well, so it really came through when you went to see the reviews. But personally, I believe that you should ingest multiple viewpoints if you're going to be ingesting viewpoints at all, just so you can understand where different people are coming from. But those three in particular at that beginning time, they were the most eloquent with delivering their points, and they were very fun to listen to. They're very entertaining, and Sawyer 7 Mage to this day is still one of the ones that I really follow, but we'll talk about that towards the end. Anyway, that became my habit. That was easily my habit, and it ultimately was one that just came out because I have nothing to do, and it's nice to listen to someone else's opinion about something, especially because back home it was an issue where there just weren't that many people that enjoyed talking about it. So do the next best thing, and videos have an advantage over comments or forum posts in that it's less of an active activity. You can just kind of listen to someone else's opinion. Anyway, you fast forward a few years, and the anime community is becoming more diverse, and I'm also picking up some new guys that I want to listen to. And so as the years went on, people like Chibi Reviews came on. I remember I jumped onto Chibi back when he was having one of his first channel issues. He was really broken down. I think that was around 30,000 subscribers. That's around when I started watching him. Then you had it was Chibi. Another one that I picked up watching was Roger's Base. So I added those two to the regular roundup. So now things were evolving. I was now not in high school anymore, and at that point my weekly routine became, my schedule doesn't start till 10, so I can read the manga in the morning, and then if I'm lucky, maybe some of the guys will upload their reactions, and then I can just listen to the reactions while I'm doing my thing, doing chores or going down to wherever I need to go. So that became my new little routine. But at this time, with the pickup of Chibi Reviews, that's when the whole anime sphere like started becoming more open to me, at least. Like, I started to become more aware of it, because Chibi did like the daily reviews of all the seasonal episodes. So Chibi pretty much became a really good, consistent source of daily content. At that point, I think we also had other series running. Like, I think Seven Deadly Sids had started running around that time, and we also had Fairy Tail. So there was enough daily content on certain days, and then Chibi came in with a lot of daily content. So he just pretty much gave me more time to waste, or more time to pass leisurely as I'm doing something else. So when it comes to the anime manga reviews, I really enjoy them. Like, I don't really need incredible visuals. I don't need incredible scripts. I just want to hear your opinion. That's all it is. I just want to hear what someone else thinks. I just want it to be told to me. I want like the illusion of a human connection, because like, you know, all things considered, there is an effect to like having someone speaking directly at you. I do think that triggers something in your brain when it comes to how you associate like to pleasant experiences. But the anime and manga reviews were just pretty much, it was cool to know someone else's opinion. It was cool to know what someone else thought about the same things that I had read, and have like, you know, listened to like their whole, or like a good chunk of their thought process. And it was cool when some of them would point out little things that I had missed. I know that Chibi did it very often. King of Lightning did it very often. He was especially good with Toriko. But you know, time goes on, and then like things start changing. And for me in particular, I jumped on to YouTube. And once I started creating YouTube videos, I think that's like, we're getting to 3 years now, or maybe 4 years. I don't really remember. Once I started making reviews, however, I stopped watching a lot of the anime YouTubers. And I think it was just an issue of time, and an issue of, I already vocalized my opinion. And so I didn't feel the urge to have to listen to someone else's, because it was weird. Like, it was a really weird dynamic change that really had no reason to happen when I think about it, but it just changed. Nowadays, I don't follow the majority of the anime YouTubers that I followed at the very beginning. Nowadays, I barely know what they're doing. I don't really keep up with them really religiously. The exceptions to that are Sawyer, because Sawyer is just generally entertaining, and he has the Marvel movie reviews and Marvel reviews in general, and he also has some pretty interesting life experiences sometimes. And then Chibi, because Chibi, well, to get a little bit more analytical, with Chibi in particular, Chibi's channel is a very interesting test case, because you can look at his channel and you can get a pretty good sense for what people enjoy watching in any current season. And so his channel, I think, is a really good litmus test. And so I keep looking at Chibi's channel as a reference point, and because of that, I still end up seeing some of Chibi's videos on his channel page itself. That said, Chibi, I think, he's still a very interesting case study to have around, and his channel is a really good resource, because he strives to do something that not many of the other anime YouTubers can do. And then the other person that I'm following for completely different reasons now is For Neverworld, because For Neverworld recently had that break with his music going through, and I'm kind of actually really curious to see how he can spin off into the music. I know like he's been doing music for like a lot of the years that he's been on there, but he's changing it up now, and I want to see if he can be successful with it. But yeah, nowadays I don't follow the guys that I started watching on YouTube. Nowadays, instead, there are two other people I follow, and those are Angry Anime Fan and Charles is Anime World. And I follow them for completely different reasons than I follow the first 5 or 6. And that being that these two are my contemporaries right now. Angry Anime Fan, he pretty much found my channel when I was like back at 200, and we just kind of like cheered each other on, and you know, eventually time happened and I kind of went past. My numbers kind of got better over the 2 years, and he's still like going on strong, but you know, I still appreciate him, and so whenever I do get the chance, I do try and watch his videos. And then Charles' Anime World, Charles sprung up on me a while after Angry Anime Fan, but Charles is a Shokugeki no Soma reviewer, and with Charles, he even comes to the channel still, and he still offers advice, or he just talks about the videos, and it's nice to have him around. So out of respect for those two, and out of respect for them giving me the time of day, you know, I still go and I try to keep up with what they're doing. I try to keep up with Charles's vlogs, and I try to keep up with Angry Anime Fan. But it's just interesting. My reasons for watching the anime and manga reviewers initially was, just because I wanted to hear someone else's opinion. I didn't need much else. Now it's just because it's become a thing of, with the current two, it's just an issue of camaraderie and just, I want to see how my competitors are kind of doing. Like, you know, all things considered, I see YouTube as a game now. And so with people like Chibi, you know, Chibi is like a benchmark to try and reach. And then with people like Charles' Anime World and Angry Anime Fan, it's pretty much become, well, these are technically my contemporaries. So I want to keep competitive with you guys. So those are my thoughts on why I watch anime and manga reviews. I don't see anything wrong with the medium. I don't see any problem with it. Like, guys, go onto the internet, type in like an episode of The Flash season 4, and you'll find tons of sites doing very quick recaps and giving their thoughts. While those sites are written, they have figured out how to make their points eloquent and just totally straightforward. Videos, I think, require a little bit more of an entertainment factor, so it's okay to have some theatrics in it. I think the videos are fine. There are people that like it, and just like me, there's people that just want to hear someone else's opinion. We don't really need much, we just want that. So that's my insight on why I enjoy watching anime and manga reviews. Guys, let me know what you think. Like, you know, this kind of thing is one of those things where I want to hear what you have to say. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Till next time, I hope you have a great day.